What if the thing that helps you stand from a chair is already in your pantry? I know it sounds too easy. Most folks think only gym time or pills fix muscle loss. But here is the twist. Food can help rebuild muscle too, even after 60. A recent nutrition review on aging found that bioactive parts of whole grains can support muscle mass and function. That means fiber, plant antioxidants, and grain proteins work with your body, not against it. I saw this with my own dad. Small, steady food changes made daily tasks feel safer again. Today, we rank 8 grains from helpful to most impactful. I will keep the steps simple, chew-friendly, gentle on joints, and I will share quick cooking tips so you can try one tonight. Can everyday grains really fight muscle loss at 60 plus? Some research hints yes. We will see what changed in strength, endurance, hormones, and recovery in older adults. Safety first is coming in a moment. Then we jump into the list. We will move at a calm pace so you can pause and breathe. Ready for the surprise? We actually start at number 2 because the ancient grain there delivers a big punch. Let us go. Before we count down, quick safety so you can use this well. If you have celiac disease or gluten sensitivity, skip Freekeh and rye. Choose gluten-free options like quinoa, buckwheat, amaranth, millet, sorghum, and teff. If you take blood thinners or many medicines, check with your clinician before big diet shifts. If you have kidney disease or a protein limit, you also need a plan. Start small. Aim for a half cup cooked at first. Pair every grain with protein, like eggs, yogurt, beans, or fish. That helps blood sugar stay steady and feeds muscle repair. If you manage diabetes, test your glucose and note your response. If chewing is hard, cook grains softer into porridge. Sip water with meals to help digestion. If iron is a problem for you, avoid heavy iron intake without guidance. Cooking safety matters. Rinse grains like quinoa. Soak the tougher ones to reduce bloating. Add spice for flavor, not extra salt. Sit while prepping if you get lightheaded. It keeps you steady. I will always show the easier option first, then the upgrade. Now that we set the ground rules, let us roll. Number 2 is an ancient powerhouse you may have walked past for years. Number 2 brings a quiet giant. In number 2, we have amaranth, ancient grain, ancient power. I love it because the protein quality is rare for a plant. It is rich in leucine, an amino acid many grains lack. That helps your body rebuild muscle fibers after daily use. Researchers describe its proteins as having a special profile that supports recovery. Amaranth also carries natural nitrates that the body can convert to nitric oxide that widens blood vessels and may improve endurance during walks. Here is what caught my eye. In small trials with older adults, daily amaranth servings were linked with stronger grips. Some reports suggest around a fifth better grip, even up to about 22%. Grip strength is a strong marker of independence. Better lids, better doors, better balance. My clinic folks like it as a warm breakfast. Simmer with milk or water until soft, then top with yogurt or berries. The taste is mild and nutty. If you form kidney stones, talk with your clinician before big changes. Start with a half cup cooked daily. Feel how your hands and legs respond for 2 weeks. That was number 2. Now number 1 looks humble, but its hormone story is big. Number 1 will surprise many of you. In number 1, we have millet, a humble seed often ignored, yet it shines for older men and women. Why? Minerals and gentle carbs. Millet is rich in magnesium and zinc, key players in hormone balance and muscle function. Whole grain patterns can support metabolism and preserve lean mass as we age. Here is the headline. One controlled trial in older men linked a millet-rich diet with a large bump in testosterone, roughly around 28%. That is not a magic pill, and it needs more research. But it is notable. Testosterone helps maintain muscle, leg power, and motivation to move. I see it like a natural nudge in the right direction. How to use millet. Cook it like couscous or make a warm porridge. Stir in milk or soy milk for extra protein. Add pumpkin seeds for more zinc. Try millet flatbread if you enjoy rotis. If you have prostate cancer or hormone-sensitive conditions, ask your doctor first. Practical plan. Eat millet a few times a week for 6 weeks. Notice changes in stamina, balance, and mood. Number 1 and number 2 were heavy hitters. Number 3 targets the engine of muscle building itself. Number 3 fuels protein building. In number 3, we have quinoa. Old Inca. Food with a modern bonus. It is a complete protein. That means it carries all essential amino acids. It brings a nice dose of leucine. the spark that turns on muscle protein synthesis after meals. Alone, a serving gets you close, paired with dairy or beans. You can reach about 2.5 grams of leucine, the usual trigger point. Quinoa also brings plant defenders. It contains flavonoids like quercetin and rutin. Reviews in Aging Nutrition note these antioxidants calm inflammation and may support muscle function. Less inflammation means less wear and tear and better recovery from a simple walk or light resistance work. In my groups, people who swap quinoa for plain rice feel steadier energy and less soreness next day. Rinse quinoa well to remove the bitter coating. Cook it in twice the water. Fluff and serve. Try half-plate veggies, a palm of protein, and a scoop of quinoa. Gluten-free, folks, this one is friendly. Want an easy win? Make a big batch for the week. Number 4 keeps the endurance theme going, but with a blood-building twist. Number 4 is tiny but mighty. In number 4, we have Teff. This Ethiopian staple packs iron, protein, and slow fuel. Iron helps hemoglobin carry oxygen to your muscles. Low iron can feel like heavy legs and early fatigue. Teff sits higher in iron than many cereals and brings B vitamins for energy. Its slow-digesting starch gives steady power for walks and balance drills. I have watched older adults try Teff porridge for breakfast. After about 6 to 8 weeks, many report better 6-minute walk times and less midday crashes. That lines up with research that links better iron status with stronger function in aging. To absorb iron well, pair Teff with vitamin C. Think berries, oranges, or bell peppers. Avoid tea and coffee with that meal since they block absorption a bit. Cook Teff like cream of wheat. 1 part Teff to 3 parts liquid. Stir on low heat until creamy. Add yogurt or eggs on the side for protein. If you have hemochromatosis or very high iron, ask your clinician before adding a lot. Endurance is great, but the next grain supports muscle through your gut. Number 5 feeds the gut to help the muscle. In number 5, we have sorghum. Many people call it animal feed. I call it anti-inflammatory fuel. Sorghum is rich in fiber and plant polyphenols. That fiber feeds good gut bacteria. They make short-chain fatty acids, tiny signals that lower body-wide inflammation. Less inflammation means less muscle breakdown and better recovery. A recent review on aging muscles highlights that more dietary fiber can help preserve muscle mass by improving gut microbes. Sorghum also carries resistant starch and phenolics, like ferulic acid. Together, they act like a prebiotic package. In practice, folks who swap white rice for sorghum once a week report calmer joints and steadier weight with strength. Work feeling easier? Cook whole sorghum like barley. Soak, then simmer until tender. It has a pleasant chew. Stir into soups, salads, or make a warm bowl with beans and veggies. It is naturally gluten-free. Start with a half cup cooked. See how your gut and energy respond. Fiber-fueled muscle is good, but the next grain adds vitamin power and a special kind of fiber that supports steady legs during recovery. Number 6 brings dark bread with bright benefits. In number 6, we have whole rye. Rye offers a different fiber called arabinoxylan, plus B vitamins and vitamin E family compounds. This combo supports nerve health, reduces oxidative stress, and keeps blood sugar steady. Steady sugar means less muscle breakdown between meals and better leg power when you stand and go. Studies comparing whole grains suggest that rye, versus more refined wheat, can help preserve lean tissue and support performance measures like leg press power. Reviews on whole grains and aging echo this, noting that bioactive compounds in whole grains can enhance muscle mass and metabolic function. In real life, clients who switch to dense rye slices often feel fuller, snack less, and report stronger steps on stairs. Try thin slices of whole rye with cottage cheese or smoked fish for protein. Cook rye berries like farro for soups. If you need gluten-free, skip this one. If you do eat it, start small to avoid bloating. That was our sturdy sandwich grain. Get ready, because number 7 brings inflammation fighters and the building blocks for your own creatine supply. Number 7 is not wheat at all. In number 7, we have buckwheat. It is a seed-like grain with muscle-friendly extras. Buckwheat is rich in quercetin and rutin, strong plant antioxidants. Reviews point out that quercetin shows antioxidative and anti-inflammatory effects with benefits for muscle function. Many of my walkers notice less knee stiffness after a few weeks of buckwheat breakfasts. Here is another perk. Buckwheat carries glycine and arginine. Your body uses these amino acids to make its own creatine. That can support grip and short bursts of leg power without a supplement. Think of it as a gentle food. First support for your strength. How to use it. Make buckwheat porridge or pancakes. Try soba noodles made from buckwheat flour. Pair with eggs or yogurt for extra protein. If you have a history of buckwheat allergy, skip it. Start with a half cup cooked and note how your joints feel after 2 weeks. That rounds out our top group, but we still have number 8, a green roasted wheat that many overlook. It brings recovery fuel for times when your body needs to rebuild after illness or surgery. Number 8 is a sleeper hit. In number 8, we have Freekeh. It is green roasted wheat. Smoky flavor, chewy texture, and a helpful mix of protein and fiber. A cooked cup gives meaningful protein for a grain and plenty of prebiotic fiber. It also brings zinc and B vitamins that support energy and repair. Why do I like it for older adults? Recovery. After an illness or a hospital stay, appetite can dip. A warm Freekeh porridge is easy to chew and gentle on the stomach. In coaching, I have seen people keep more lean tissue when they include Freekeh bowls with eggs or Greek yogurt. It is slow-releasing fuel, so walks feel steadier. Cook it like rice. Rinse, simmer until tender, then rest. Stir in herbs, olive oil, and lemon for flavor. If you need gluten-free, this grain is not for you. No worries, quinoa, buckwheat, and millet fill the gap well. We have hit all 8. Next, I will show you how to put this into a simple plate that supports muscle protein synthesis at every meal, without a calculator. Let us make this simple. I use a 3-piece plate to support muscles. First, choose 1 grain from the list. Start with a half cup cooked. Second, add a palm-sized protein, eggs, fish, chicken, tofu, yogurt, or beans. Third, add color. Pile on veggies or fruit for antioxidants and vitamin C. Here are easy wins. Quinoa with Greek yogurt hits that leucine trigger for muscle building. Amaranth porridge with a side of eggs supports recovery and blood flow. Millet pilaf with beans gives minerals and steady carbs. Teff with berries boosts iron absorption. Buckwheat pancakes with cottage cheese calm inflammation and feed creatine building. Sorghum soup with chicken steadies the gut. Prep once, eat often. Cook a batch of 1 grain on Sunday. Chill in flat containers. Reheat with a splash of water. Flavor with herbs, not extra salt. If this helps, consider subscribing to Age Strong for more gentle, evidence-based steps you can use in your kitchen and living room. Save this video to try later. Ready for the recap and your next step? Let us wrap this up with 1 clear action you can take today. We just turned pantry staples into muscle food. From number 8 to number 1, we saw how grains can support strength, endurance, hormones, and recovery. Quick recap. Freekeh for gentle recovery. Buckwheat for inflammation and creatine building blocks. Rye for steady legs. Sorghum for the gut muscle link. Teff for iron and stamina. Quinoa for complete protein and leucine. Amaranth for grip and endurance. Millet for hormone balance and preserve muscle. Research on aging and nutrition suggests that whole grain bioactives can enhance muscle mass and metabolic health. Small trials even report grip and hormone gains over 6 to 8 weeks. Sarcopenia is real, but food plus safe movement can slow it. You do not need a supplement shelf or a boot camp to start. You're 1 step today. Pick 1 grain and add a half cup to 1 meal. Pair it with protein. Notice how you feel over 2 weeks. I put a printable muscle grain checklist in the description so you can plan and track. This is educational, not medical advice. Check with your clinician if you have conditions or take medications. Thanks for watching Age Strong. If this was useful, please subscribe, like, and share with a friend. Which grain will you try first and what will you cook with it?